Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn MSCET 2021 topics presented by Spheris College of Engineering, Pandharpur. I am Archita Mare, Department of Mathematics, Spheris College of Engineering, Pandharpur. As we have learned matrices and determinants from 11th standard. So let us see what is the matrix. As we know that a system of numbers arranged in a rectangular format along rows and columns bounded by a bracket is called as a matrix. So here we have that example A is equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are the system of numbers. Okay, then matrix of this system can be arranged as A is equal to, in square bracket, we are taking that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means here we have taken that the given numbers in 2 rows and 3 columns. So as here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In first row we have elements 1, 2, 3, and in second row we have elements 4, 5, 6. So order of this matrix 2 by 3. Now the same numbers we can write in square bracket by using only 2 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 3 rows and 2 columns. So the matrix with order 3 by 2. Generally, we are defining a matrix A is equal to A11, A12. Suppose we have that A112, A n, number of elements are there. So here we can present that A11, A12, A1n, and last row containing the elements AM1, AM2, AMn. There are m rows and n columns. Therefore, we can say it as a matrix with order m by n. Now consider the same elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 9. Just we are taking that 3 rows and 3 columns. Now here, this matrix is of order 3 by 3. There are 9 entries that are 9 elements. Now in first row, there are elements 1, 2, 3. In second row, there are elements 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in third row. So here we are indicates that I means this matrix we can write as a Aij. Aij. So where A is a matrix with I row and j column. Okay, it is a general notation of that matrices. Now we are going to find out determinant. The arrangement of numbers in equal number of horizontal and vertical lines, which can be written into 2 vertical lines, is called the determinants. So here we are getting that. Look at this. Just I am writing here. If we are taking that determinant of A is equal to. So suppose here we have matrix with elements A, B, C, then D, E, F. We can easily find out the determinant of matrix A, and which is denoted by determinant of A. In 2 vertical lines, we are writing that. Then row, column, leading diagonals, order of the determinant, all these we know about that. We are taking that quick revision. If we eliminate x between the two equations, we get a1 b2 minus a2 b1 is equal to 0. Then that expression we can get a1 b2 minus a2 b1, which is called as the determinant of order 2 and can be written as. Look at this. Here we have that equation a1x plus b1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2 is equal to 0. Now this equation to get to find the determinant. Okay. If you are finding the determinant of third order, there are 3 rows and 3 columns, and we have to find out the determinant of third order. So in that case, just look at this. A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. There are 3 rows, 3 columns, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now in this determinant, A1, A2 and C3, A1, B2 and C3, these are the principal diagonal elements. This A1, B2 and C3, these are called as a leading diagonal elements or principal diagonal elements. Okay, the value of the given determinant is, if we are taking that, there are 2 ways to find out determinant of given matrix. Okay, so here if we are getting that, the general method, just we are taking that A1 in bracket B2 C3 minus B3 C2 minus B1 in bracket A2 C3 minus A3 C2 plus C1 in bracket A2 B3 minus A3 B2. This is the general method to find out the determinant of matrices. Then further, just we are taking that determinant. How we have taken that? A1 in bracket B2 C3 minus B3 C2 minus B1 into A2 C3 minus A3 C2 plus C1 into A2 B3 minus A3 B2. There is one simple example. Find determinant of A. So here we are taking that one in bracket, just neglecting the elements first from first row and first column, below that 1 A11. So here 2 into 6 12 minus 4 into 5 20. The next minus 0, then neglecting the terms below that 0 and side of that 0. So in bracket we have 42 minus 3 into 5 15 plus 6 into, here we have 5 6 we have to eliminate or we have to neglect that, and 1 0 we have to neglect that. Then 7 into 4 28 minus 3 into 2 6. By calculating this, what we are getting, that minus 8 minus 0 plus 6 into 22. Okay, which is equal to minus 8 plus 132, which gives 4 it is 124. The determinant of matrix A is equal to 124. So look at that quick view, how we have taken that value of determinant by considering first row, Then we are taking that next element, means we are taking A11, it's minor. Then next term A12, it's minor. A13, it's minor. So here we have the final answer, that is 124. Now there is the comparison between determinant and matrix. Just look at that. It has equal numbers of rows and columns. Determinant, while we are finding out determinant, that is the first point, it has equal number of rows and columns. In case of matrix, it is not necessary to have equal number of rows and columns in a matrix. Okay. Then next, it has a certain numerical value. Finding out determinant means we are getting that certain value. But in case of matrix, there is no any certain value. Next, interchange of rows and columns does not change the determinant of values. Okay, then interchange of rows and columns results into entirely different matrix. While we are changing or interchanging the matrix elements, that time we are getting that different matrix. Next, fourth point, the determinant value result into 0 if two rows or two columns are equal or identical. The determinant of value result into 0 if two rows or two columns are equal or identical. Then matrix is just an arrangement of numbers, hence it can have two rows or two columns equal or identical. The next point, multiplication by a non-zero scalar, say k, to a determinant results into multiplication by k to any one row or one column. And multiplication by a non-zero scalar k results into multiplication by k to each element in the matrix. So here it is the difference between determinant and matrices. So determinant, it can shown by two vertical lines, and matrix, it can be in square bracket. Now, types of matrices. As we know that row matrix, column matrix, square matrix, diagonal matrix, scalar matrix, unit matrix, upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, null matrix or zero matrix, symmetric matrix, and skew symmetric matrix. Row matrix, a matrix which containing only one row and n number of columns is called a row matrix. There is only one row, it is called as a row matrix. Then next, column matrix, a matrix containing m number of rows and only one column is called as a column matrix. Means there is only one column, it is column matrix. There is only one row, that is row matrix. Square matrix, a matrix in which the number of rows equal to number of columns is called a square matrix. One example is given here. A matrix A containing elements 1, 3, 7, 4. There are two rows and two columns. So here it is the square matrix. If we have three rows and three columns, then also it is called as a square matrix with order 3 by 3. Now diagonal matrix. In diagonal matrix, we have to know about that principal diagonal. Now here it is an imaginary line drawn over a square matrix that passes through the elements that are located at position with row number of equals to number of columns. Okay. Number of rows is equal to number of columns. So means here I is equal to j. Just take the quick look on this matrix. Matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, 7, 5, 8, 9. There are 3 rows and 3 columns. Now, in this given matrix, what are the diagonal elements? 1, 6, 9, these are the diagonal elements. Isn't it? 1, 6, 9, these are the diagonal elements. So here, if you are comparing these matrices, this 1, 6 and 9, these are the elements in principal diagonal. Okay, or these are the leading diagonal elements. Now we are going for diagonal matrix. A square matrix containing only the principal diagonal elements, which rest all elements being 0, is called as a diagonal elements. Means there are only principal diagonal elements in that given matrices. Such type of matrix is called as a diagonal elements. Means upper triangular matrix, all numbers are 0, and triangular, lower triangular matrix, that all terms are 0 or elements are 0. So such type of matrices is called as a diagonal matrices. Then scalar matrix. A diagonal matrix containing all diagonal elements equal is called a scalar matrix. For example, 2002. So here A11 is equal to 2, A22 also 2. Means here principal diagonal elements are 2, 2, and other than that are zeros, rest are 0. So here it is a scalar matrix. Means the diagonal elements all should be same. There are 2 rows and 2 columns in matrix A. If you're taking that next example, matrix B, all diagonal elements are 3. Other than these principal diagonal elements are 0. So such type of matrix is called as a scalar matrix. Then unit matrix, a scalar matrix, it is also a scalar matrix. Scalar matrix with all diagonal elements equal to limit value is called an unit matrix, or this is called as an identity matrix also. Means diagonal element should be 1. So it is called as a unit matrix. It is 3 by 3 matrix. It is an identity matrix. Scalar matrix and identity matrix. 4 by 4 matrix. Then upper triangular matrix, going for the next. A square matrix in which all the elements below the principal diagonal are 0 is called an upper triangular matrix. Here in this example, 1, 4, 6, these are the principal diagonal elements, and below this principal diagonal all are 0. So it is upper triangular matrix. And whenever if you are taking that 2, 3, 5, instead of that 2, 3, 5, all terms are 0, then it is called as a upper triangular matrix. Look at this example. The next, null or zero matrix. A matrix containing all its entries equal to 0 is called as a null matrix or zero matrix. For example, A is equal to, the all terms are, or all elements from this matrix is 0. So it is null matrix. Now symmetric matrix. A square matrix in which Aij is equal to Aj for all I and j is called as a symmetrical matrix. Now another way to finding symmetric matrix is that the matrix in which upper triangle is mirror image of lower triangle. Means in this example, if you're taking that matrix B, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6. Now diagonal elements are 1, 4, 6. Below the diagonal and above the diagonal elements, all elements are same. Okay, so here this type of matrix is called as a symmetric matrix. We can call it as Aij is equal to Aji, so it is a symmetric matrix. One more example is given here. A matrix B with element 6, 8, 9, 4, 7, 9, 1. Now diagonal elements are 1, 5, 8, 1. Above this and below this, all elements are mirror to each other. So here it is the symmetric matrix. A skew symmetric matrix. A square matrix in which all principal diagonal elements are 0 and Aij is equal to minus Aji is called a skew symmetric matrix. For example, A is equal to 0, 2, minus 3, minus 2, 0, 4, 3, minus 4, 0. What are the principal diagonal elements? All are 0. Below the principal elements or principal diagonal elements, minus 2, 3, minus 4 is there. And above that, 2 minus 3, 4. Means here, Aij is equal to minus Aji. Such type of matrix is called as a skew symmetric matrix. Now going for algebra of matrices, we can add two matrices, subtract, multiply. Okay, means whatever that mathematical operations are there, we can apply for that matrices. Now going for addition, consider the two matrices A and B. We can add that two matrices like this. Suppose A is equal to, we have 1, 2, 4, 5 and B is equal to minus 1, 0, 2, minus 3. So order of A is 2 by 2 and order of B also 2 by 2. What is the condition? The necessary condition is that the matrices must be of same order, then and then only we can add that two matrices. So order of A is 2 by 2 and B is also 2 by 2. Matrix A plus matrix B. Now first of all, we are taking that first row of both matrices. Here first row, first element, that is 1. From B, first row, first element is minus 1. So 1 minus 1, that will be the first element of addition of the two matrices. The next, 2 plus 0. So here second element of first row of addition of two matrices. Then 4 plus 2. Next element, 5 minus 3. That is the last element of that row. So 1 minus 1, 0. 2 plus 0, 2. 4 plus 2, 6. 5 minus 3, 2. So here we can add that matrix A and matrix B. So result is here A plus B. Matrix A plus matrix B is equal to 0, 2, 6, 2. In same way, we can add 3 by 2 matrices. The order of that A is 3 by 2. 3 rows are there and 2 columns are there. Order of B, that is also 3 by 2. So in same way, we can add that first term with that first element of first row of B. Then 2 plus 7, just I am writing here, A plus B is equal to 1 minus 5, 2 plus 7, minus 3 plus 8, 5 minus 4, 7 plus 2, 3 plus 1, which is equal to, we have minus 4, 9, 5, 1, 9, 4. So here it is the addition of matrix A and B with order 3 by 2. Now generally, if we have matrix A with element A11, A12, A21, A22 and B is equal to B11, B12, B21, B22. If we can add that two terms, means two matrices, then we are getting that first row of A Matrix A plus matrix B is equal to A11 plus B11, A12 plus B12, A21 plus B21, A22 plus B22. In same way, we can add that matrix A and matrix B with element 5, 6, 9, 7, matrix B with element 1, 2, 5, 4. Here it is the result 4, 4, 4, 3. Consider next example. In same way, there are 2 rows and 3 columns. So order is 2 by 3. Now, if we can subtract 2 matrices, means if we are taking that subtraction of 2 matrices, matrix A minus matrix B. So here, if we have general example, matrix A with A11, A12, A21, A22, matrix B with element B11, B12, B21, B22. Once again, we are using that same method. First row of A, first row of B. First row, first element minus first row, first element of B. Then second element of first row minus second element of first row. Second row, first element minus second row, first element. Second row, second element minus second row, second element. So A11 minus B11, A12 minus B12, A21 minus B21, A22 minus B22. So such type of examples we can solve easily. Now let us consider equality of matrices. Second point or second property, Aij is equal to Bij. Second point or second property, Aij is equal to Bij for all. A belongs to matrix A and B belongs to matrix B. One example we have taken that. Matrix A with element 1, 2, 4, 3 and matrix B with element 1, 2, 4, 3. So these two matrices may be equal if they have same elements. Then multiplication of matrices, we can multiply two matrices as matrix A with element A11, A12, matrix B with element B11, B12, B21, B22. So we are taking that multiplication. So in that case, we are using a simple way. First row, first element multiplying with first row of second matrix. So here R1, look at this, R1, C1. Then R1, look at this. R1, C1, that is B11 plus R1, B1, B21. So A11 into B11 plus A12 into B21. Next, first row, going for that next one, A11 into B12 plus A12 into B22. Okay. Next, second row containing that second row, A21 into B11 plus A22 into B21. Next, A21 into B12 plus A22 into B22. So such type of multiplication we are using for two matrices. Two by two matrices as given here. Matrix A with element A, B, C, D, and matrix B with element P, Q, R, S. So here A into B. First of all, we are taking that first row, first column, first row, second column, second row, first column, second row, second column. Okay, A into P plus B into R. Next, A into Q, B into S. Similarly, C into P plus D into R, C into Q plus D into S. Let us see some more examples for this multiplication of matrices. First example, there is only one row or one column. We can consider as a row or it is column matrix. So A into B directly we can multiply these two matrices. 3 into 5 it gives 15. The second matrix A with element 1, 2, matrix B with element 4, 7. Now here this is row matrix and B is the column matrix. 1 into 4. First we are taking that 1 into 4 plus 2 into 7. So we are getting that 4 plus 14, it gives 18. Next example, A is equal to 1, 2, 4, 3. B is equal to minus 1, 5, 0, 8. Now we are taking that its multiplication of these two matrices. Matrix A into matrix B. So first row, first column. First row, second column. 1 into minus 1, 2 into 0. Next, first row, second column. 1 into 5 plus 2 into 8. Next, second row, first column. 4 into minus 1 plus 3 into 0. Then second row, second column. 4 into 5 plus 3 into 8. Calculating this, 1 into minus 1 plus 0, 5 plus 18, minus 4 plus 0, 20 plus 24. So finally we are getting that multiplication of two matrices, minus 1, 21, minus 4, 44. So here 3 by 3 matrix is given, matrix A and matrix B. In same way, we are going to multiply that. In short, we have to keep in mind R1, C1, first row, first column, then R1, C2, R1, C3. Now, second row, multiplying with these three columns, R2, C1, R2, C2, R2, C3. Consider that third row, multiplying with this first column, R3, C1, R3, C2, then finally R3, C3. Okay, so such type of examples we can solve easily by using this method. Now we are taking some examples of addition, subtraction of matrices. If matrix A, here x and y is given. So x is equal to with element 1, 2, minus 3, 4, and y is equal to 4, 5, 1, minus 3. So we have to find out 3x plus y. Means here, this x we have to multiply by 3. So multiplying that x with 3, 3 into 1, 2 minus 3, 4 plus that y is given as it is 4, 5, 1 minus 3. So multiplying with this 3, we are getting that matrix with 3, 6 minus 9, 12, 4, 5, 1 minus 3 as it is. Taking addition of these two matrices, first row 3 plus 4, next second element of first row 6 plus 5, minus 9 plus 1, 12 minus 3. So 7, 11 minus 8, 9. Next example. If we have a is equal to 5, 3 minus 1, 1 and b is equal to 2 minus 1, 3, 2, then we have to find out 2a minus 3b. So multiplying a with 2 and matrix b with 3. First we are going to multiply that. 2 into 5, 3 minus 1, 1 minus 3 into 2 minus 1, 3, 2. So by using this, we are getting that matrices as 2 into 5, 10, 2 into 3, 6 minus 2 plus 2. Then multiplying by minus 3 to this bracket, square matrix, 6 minus 3, 9 and 6. So by taking that subtraction of these two matrices, we have 4, 9 minus 11 minus 4. Next one, we have to verify that a plus b is equal to b plus a. Matrix A and B has been given here. So A is equal to, we have 3, 2, 1 minus 1, 0, 4. B is equal to minus 1, minus 1, 3, 2, 4, 2. So taking that, first A plus B. 3 minus 1, 2, 2 minus 1, 1, 1 plus 3, 4, minus 1 plus 2, 1, 0 plus 4, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. In same way, if you are taking that b plus a, minus 1 plus 3, 2, minus 1 plus 2, 1, 3 plus 1, 4, 2 minus 1, 1, 4 plus 0, 4, 2 plus 6, 2 plus 4, 6. So hence we can say that a plus b is equal to b plus a. There is the necessary condition. They should be with same order. One more example of that same kind. A is equal to 1, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, and B is equal to minus 3, 4, 1, 2 minus 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then find 3A minus 2B. Multiply this matrix A with 3 and matrix B with 2. So we can take that 3A minus 2B. Here is the final answer. 9 minus 2 minus 4, 2 minus 1, 3, 10 minus 1, 0. Now here in this example, we have to show that A is equal to 3, 9 minus 1 minus 3. Then show that A square is a null matrix. So A square is equal to A into A, which is equal to 3, 9 minus 1 minus 3. A into A. Multiplying these two like this only. R1 C1, R1 C2, R2 C1, R2 C2. So 9. First element, 3 into 3, 9. Then next term. So here we have to get that 0, 0. Okay. Here on one more example. Now in this example, we have to show that AB is equal to BA, which is equal to identity matrix. A and B has given and identity matrix with same order. So look at that. A is equal to 2, 5, 1, 3. B is equal to 3 minus 5 minus 1, 2. Taking multiplication of these two matrices, first we are multiplying A and B, and later on B and A. If we are taking multiplication of A and B, we are getting 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. And if we are taking that B into A, in same way, we are getting the value of that multiplication is in matrix 1 0 0 1, that is identity matrix. Therefore, we can say that A into B is equal to B into A is equal to identity matrix. Now, the important one, transpose of matrix. Matrix A with element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, while we are taking transpose of that matrix, means we have to convert row into column and column into rows. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a matrix A. Now its transpose will be 1, 2, 3. First row, first column. Second row, second row column, and third row, third column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are writing in column way. Okay, so it is the A transpose. The next orthogonal matrix, A into A transpose is equal to identity matrix. Then the matrix A is called as a orthogonal matrix. Now in this example, we have matrix A with element cos alpha, sin alpha, minus sin alpha, cos alpha. And we have to show that it is a orthogonal matrix. A into A transpose is equal to I. This property we already know. Matrix A, cos alpha, sin alpha, minus sin alpha, cos alpha. Then its transpose. This first row consider as a first column and second row as a second column. Now, if you're taking that multiplication of these two matrices, means like this: R1 C1, R1 C2, R2 C1, R2 C2. So R1 C1, first row, first column, A into A transpose. A into A transpose is equal to R1 cos alpha into cos alpha, cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. Then next, R1 C2, first row, second column, minus sin alpha cos alpha then sin alpha plus sin alpha cos alpha. Similarly, going for R2 C1 minus sin alpha cos alpha plus sin alpha cos alpha. And next one is R2 C2. So here minus sin alpha into minus sin alpha, it is sin square alpha plus cos square alpha. So finally we are getting that answer as 1001, and which is the identity matrix. Therefore, we can say that A into A dash is equal to I. Next, singular matrix. A square matrix is said to be singular if its determinant is 0. So here it is determinant of A is 0. If two rows or two columns in a determinant are identical, then the value of determinant is 0. So look at this. Matrix A is given with element 1, 3, 2, 6. If we are dividing this second row by 2, we are getting that same elements. So here it is determinant is 0. The same is applicable to matrices. That is, if two rows or two columns in a matrix are identical, then the matrix is singular. The non-zero matrix, non-singular matrix, if mod of A, that is determinant of A is not equal to 0, determinant of A is not equal to 0, then A is called as a non-singular matrix. So taking one example, prove that the matrix 1, 4, 6, 9 is non-singular matrix. Taking that determinant 1 into, here we have 2 by 2 matrices. That's why directly we are taking cross multiplication direct. 1 into 9 minus 6 into 4, it is equal to 9 minus 24, which is equal to minus 15, and minus 15 is not equal to 0. Therefore, the given matrix is non-singular matrix. Then next, moving towards inverse of matrix. A square matrix of order n is invertible if there exists a square matrix B of the same order such that I into B is equal to IN. N is invertible, which is equal to BA. So in this case, B is called the inverse of A and is denoted by A inverse. Therefore, A inverse is equal to adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. Now, there are some important properties of inverse of a matrix are: A inverse exists only when A is non-singular. This is the first important property. A inverse happens only if determinant of A is not equal to 0. Then the inverse of a matrix is unique. Inverse of matrix is unique. Then next, reversible law. If A and B are invertible matrices of the same order, then A into B inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse. Now next property. B inverse into A inverse raised to inverse is equal to A inverse its inverse into B inverse its inverse is equal to A into B. So many times we have solved that examples by using regular method. But in shortcut method, we have to remind all these properties which are given in your textbook. So here B inverse into A inverse, its inverse will be A into B. Means whenever we are getting that MCQ type examples, we have to use all these properties to get that quick answer. So next one, if we are taking that A is equal to, look at this, A is equal to, we have 2, 2, minus 1, 2, B with elements 0, minus 1, 1, 0. Now here, if we're taking that B inverse into A inverse with its inverse is equal to, directly we are taking that A into B, it will be 2 minus 2, 2 and 3. This will be the answer for this example by using the properties. And these properties we have to use while we are solving MCQs in CET exams. Now after that, shortcut methods. In that, determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1, where n is order of that matrix. Then second, adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 2 into matrix A. The next, adjoint of K into 1. Now, if we are taking that K into matrix A, here K is any non-zero element, which is equal to K raised to n minus 1 into adjoint of A. The next property, or here it is shortcut method to solve that examples. adjoint of a raised to n, adjoint of a raised to n is equal to adjoint of a raised to n. The next, adjoint of a raised to minus 1 is equal to matrix A divided by determinant of matrix A. After that, next property, A into adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. And next one, determinant of K into A is equal to K raised to N into determinant of A. These are the shortcut methods to find out the determinant or adjoint of that given matrices. Okay. So look at that. I am taking some more examples shortcut by using these shortcut methods. First example, matrix A with element A 0 0 0 A 0 0 0 A. Now here adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1, which is equal to, now determinant of this matrix A. Look at this. This matrix is a scalar matrix. All diagonal elements are A. Yes. So multiplication of these diagonal elements is the determinant of matrix A. There is one property, multiplication of diagonal elements is equal to determinant of A. Therefore, here we have determinant of this A is equal to A cube raised to n minus 1. What is the order of this matrix? 3 by 3. So it is 3 minus 1, which is equal to A cube, its square, which is equal to A raised to 6. Therefore, adjoint of this matrix A is equal to A raised to 6. So please keep in mind these shortcut methods to find out your quick answers. Then after that, I'm taking that next one, A into adjoint of A. Find out A into adjoint of A, which is equal to, suppose we have that matrix with elements 20, 0, 0, 20. This question is asked in earlier paper. So here, A into adjoint of A. So I am taking that 20 as a common term. In bracket, we have 1, 0, 0, 1, which is equal to, as we know that by property, A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. So here we have that determinant of this matrix will be 20I. Okay, so here, if you're comparing this determinant of A into I, so matrix A, its determinant will be 20. So such type of examples we can solve by using that properties or shortcut methods. The next property, A is a singular matrix of order 3 by 3. Then show that adjoint of A, what will be that? It will be the null matrix. Singular matrix means here we are getting that elements are determinant is 0. Therefore, determinant of adjoint of A will be null matrix. The next property, adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 2 into A, which is equal to, suppose we have that matrix A with element 1 to 0 minus 1 1 2 2 minus 1 1. Now find out its determinant. The determinant of matrix A, we are getting that 1 in bracket 1 into 1 1 minus 2, it will be plus 2 minus 2 in bracket minus 1 minus 4, and last element is 0, which is equal to 3 minus 2 into minus 5, which is equal to 3 plus 10, it is 13. Now finding out adjoint of A, it is equal to determinant of matrix A, that is 13. Order of this matrix is 3. 3 minus 2 into matrix A, which is equal to 13 into matrix A. So here we are getting that 13, determinant of 13 into A, K into A, which is equal to, it is 13 into 13, which gives 13 square. Okay. These are the some shortcut methods to find out quick answer. Now next property, if you are taking that, just already we have learned in 11th standard. So A square plus BA plus CI is equal to 0. Now finding out A inverse. So A inverse is equal to, as we know that, minus 1 upon C into A plus B into I. As we know that A into A inverse is equal to I. Okay. So here consider this equation. A square plus B into A plus C into I is equal to 0. Multiply with A inverse. What we are getting here, A square into A inverse, it will be A plus. Here this constant terms, if you are neglecting, just consider that A square plus A plus I is equal to 0. So here A into A inverse, that is I. Then next, I into A inverse, it will be A inverse is equal to 0. So finding out A inverse is equal to minus A plus I. So taking directly whatever that equations is there, multiply with A inverse and you will get that final answer. If A is equal to A inverse, then find X is equal to. So here we have that matrix A with elements x1, 1, 0. Now A inverse will be, A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of, general method we are using at 1 upon determinant of A, that is minus 1. Look at this, x into 0, 0, 1 into 1, 1, that is minus 1. Into, in bracket, adjoint of that term, just shifting the terms, 0, minus 1, minus 1, x. Okay. So here we are getting that matrix 0, 1, 1, minus x. If we are comparing these two, so x will be, what is the value of x? X will be 0. So here it is the A inverse. The next method, if we have matrix A with the element A, B, C, D. It is 2 by 2 matrices. 2 by 2 matrix is given. So A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of matrix A, that is AD minus BC, into adjoint of A, D minus B minus C, A. Just we are shifting the elements. So it will be the A inverse. A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Inverse by adjoint method. So look at that. Just we have taken that example. A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. So in this, we can find out easily A inverse. Next example, find the adjoint of the matrix. A is equal to 1, 2, 6, 2, 2, 5, 8, 2, 10. So finding out determinant of A, then adjoint of the matrix, finding out cofactors of given elements. A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So finding out that elements, we are getting that. Look at these cofactors. 10, 20, minus 12, minus 8. And finally, we are getting that matrix of cofactors, and that is 10, 20, minus 12, minus 8, 20, minus 38, 14, minus 2, 7, minus 2. And its transpose, that will be the adjoint of A. So 10, minus 8, minus 2, 20, minus 38, 7, minus 12, 14, minus 2. Now finding out the inverse of 1, 0, minus 1, 3, 4, 5, 0, minus 6, minus 7. Let us consider. There is another method to finding out A inverse easily. So as we know that A inverse, while we are taking that this matrix, we have to write that matrix like this. First write that 1, 0, minus 1, 3, 4, 5, 0, minus 6, minus 7. Okay. Once again, we have to write that first two columns after this. So it will be 1, 3, 0, 0, 4, minus 6. Then we have to neglect first row and first column. Then taking that, here also we are writing that term 1, 0, minus 1, 1, 0. Then next one is 0, minus 6, minus 7, 0, minus 6. So look at that. First, taking that, A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into. Look at this. Taking minor of these two, 4 into minus 7 plus minus 6 into 5. Write that first element here. Then next, taking multiplication of these two terms, writing here. Then last term, writing next term. Suppose here A, B, C. Then next, we are going for that second. These two terms, right here. Then after that, next two terms. Suppose here A1, B1, C1, then A2, B2, C2. This is the quick method. Otherwise, you will go for that regular method. So here we have taken that finding out cofactors, and then after we have to find out determinant. And finally, we are getting that A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Suppose I have that example. A is equal to a matrix with element 1, 0, 0, 3, 3, 0, 5, 2, minus 1. And finding out A inverse, determinant of A, it is equal to, if you are calculating this multiplication of diagonal elements, 3 into minus 1 into 1, it gives minus 3. Then after that, I am going to find out A inverse. So before that, just I have given that one idea. By using that idea, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Then next 3, 3, 0. First, I am writing that given matrix 1, 2, minus 1. Just we are extending that term 1, 3, 5. Then 0, 3, 2. In same way, we are taking that next row 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Second 3, 3, 0, 3, 3. Just neglect this first row and first column. Look at that. And I am getting that matrix with elements. 3 into 0, sorry, 3 into minus 1, minus 3, 2 into 0. So it is minus 3. That will be the first element. The next, 2 into 0, 2 into 0, and minus 1 into 0. So it is 0. The next, 0 into 0, 3 into 0. It will be the third element. Then after that, going for second row. Consider that the next. It will be 3, 0. Look at this. 5 into 0, 3 into minus 1. Minus 3, minus 3, minus becomes plus, it will be 3. The next, minus 1 into 1, 5 into 0. It will be minus 1. Next, 3 into 0, 2 into, 0 into 1, it will be 0. Next, 3 into 2, 6. Minus 5 into 3, 15. It gives minus 9. 5 into 2, 5 into 0, 0. 2 into 1, 2. It will be minus 2. And last, 3 into 1, 3. 3 into 0, 0. It gives 3. So here we are getting that A inverse. A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of that matrix minus 3 into minus 3, 0, 0, 3, minus 1, 0, minus 9, minus 2, 3. This is the shortcut method to find out A inverse. Some more examples has given here. 3 minus 2 minus 1 minus 4 1 minus 1 2 0 1. Here, if we are going to find out A inverse, determinant of A is equal to 3. Then A inverse is equal to 1 upon 3 into adjoint of A. So in same way, if we are taking that 3 minus 2 minus 1 minus 4 1 minus 1 2 0 1, extending that two columns, 3 minus 4 2 minus 2 1 0, and in same way we are taking that 3 minus 2 minus 1 3 minus 2 minus 4 1 minus 1 minus 4 1, just neglecting these first column and first row, taking multiplication of these two terms for first row. So here I am getting that matrix 1 minus 0, it is 1, 0 plus 2, it is 2. Then next, here minus 2 into minus 1, 2. 1 into minus 1 minus becomes plus, so it will be 3. Next, taking that multiplication of these two, minus 2 plus 4, it is 2. Then next, 3 plus 2, it will be 5. Next, minus 4 minus 1 4, 3 minus 1 minus 3 plus 4, 4 plus 3, it is 7. Going for the last row, minus 4 into 0 0, 2 into 1 minus 2. Next, for 2 into minus 2 minus 4 0, it will be minus 4. And next one, 3 into 1 3, minus 4 into minus 2 plus 8. So 3 minus 8, it gives minus 5. So here the answer will be A inverse is equal to 1 upon 3 into 1 2 3 2 5 7 minus 2 minus 4 minus 7. So you can go for this method. Look at this. We are using regular method, or we have used in shortcut method. The answer will be the same. Now after that, there is one property. If A and B are non-singular matrices, then which one is the correct option? Earlier we have seen A into B, its inverse will be B inverse into A inverse. Therefore option D is the correct option. Adjoint of the matrix n is equal to given minus 4 minus 3 minus 3 is 1 0 1 4 4 3. So here finding out that adjoint, cofactors and its transpose, it will be adjoint of n. Now after that, determinants, inverse of matrices and solving method. Finding determinants, here we have 3 2 minus 4 5 4, 3 2 minus 5 4. If you are taking the determinant of this matrix A, you can get that 4 into 3 12 minus 5 into 2 plus 10, 12 plus 10, it will be 22. So answer will be 22. Okay. Then finding the determinants of matrices. Look at that. Just I have given that one hint, like that we can find out determinants easily. So 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 0 into 5 into minus 1 and 3 into 1 into 4. So it is the quick method to find out. any determinant of matrix. So answer will be minus 40. So using matrix equation, square matrix with ones on the diagonal and zeros are everywhere else. So 1 0 0 1, this is the identity matrix with 2 by 2, 3 by 3. It is quick review. The identity matrix is to matrix multiplication as 1 is to regular multiplication. So here you can multiply matrices mathematically. I into A is equal to A and A into I is equal to A. So A inverse we are taking that quick review. Find the inverse of A. How to get that answer? Just I have given that shortcut method too. What happens when you multiply a matrix by its inverse? A into A inverse, we are getting that matrix, identity matrix or unit matrix. What happens when you multiply a matrix by its inverse? Why do we need to know all this? To solve that problems. Solve matrix X. If we have that matrix, we need to undo the coefficient matrix. Okay, so finding out that X, it will be minus 1, 1, minus 4, 3. Whenever such type of examples we are facing, just multiply by its inverse. Already we know that how to find out that inverse. Thank you. Thank you all of you.